What is going on, guys? Matt Downs with Daily Grind Fantasy Sports here to give you a tutorial video. I realized this morning I've never had a video about this topic, and it's one of the most basic topics here in all of DFS. What's the difference between double ups, GPPs, cash games, all the lingo that's thrown around in DFS. And honestly, sometimes I forget we have completely new DFS players watching our channel, so I do apologize. Let me just get this video out of the way. I'm going to add it to our library now. Also, if you guys want to check out our other tutorial videos on our DFS 101 playlist, feel free to do that. I will also link it up in the eye above. Let's start out with the very basics here for you new guys. When somebody refers to a cash game or a double up, it's simply where the person or the contestant puts in a fee of, let's say, $5, and they get double up their money back. So $5 into $10 regardless of whatever place you finish, assuming that you finish in the top 50 percentile, 44 to 50 percentile, depending on what specific cash game you're entering. For GPPs and tournaments, you get rewarded more for placing better within those contests. And each GPP prize pool looks a little bit different. For bigger GPPs, the prize pool is a lot more skewed towards the very, very top, and you're winning a lot more money with more contestants in them. With smaller GPPs, it's not as rewarding, but you're still profiting a lot more the better that you finish. So let's say in the small GPP, you put in $1, you get $10 if you place in first place, if there's 100 contestants or so. But if you're looking at a $1 million maker, you'll see that in week 1 here in NFL. When the NFL season kicks off, if you put in $10, you might win $1 million, but you're also competing against 300,000 people. The main difference between cash games and GPPs is that 50% of the public cashes in cash games. That's why they're called cash games. But in GPPs, only about 20 to 25% of people actually make money within this contest, and this is assuming that it's a single entry contest. If you're doing MME GPPs, you get to enter up to 150 lineups. I'm sure you guys have all seen those types of contests, and even if you place, even if a couple of your lineups place in those contests, you might still not make profit because the rest of your lineups aren't profiting. So there's risk and reward there as well. So one main concern I want to address here for a lot of you new players is that yes, cash games are technically easier to win. They absolutely are. There's no denying that. But just because you have a higher percent chance to win in cash games and double ups does not mean they're better contests to enter. The only way you're really going to see long-term profits is playing differently than the public and then capitalizing on how different you get and obviously placing better in GPPs. With cash games, if you're getting different, then you're not maximizing your upside because you're only placing in the top 50% and doubling up your money. So while cash games used to be profitable for the typical DFS player, they're not anymore. When taking a look at the DFS industry, the top 1% of top cash players are only making 13% profit or 13% ROI every single year. Again, the top 1% of the best DFS players in the world. And yes, while cash games are easier, the better way to make money in the long term is by playing GPPs. So let's go ahead and end this conversation with a small example here. I have the MLB slates for today right here in front of me, and I'll show you the difference between the different contests. Here at the top, you'll see 100K to first. This is a tournament. The entry fee is $777, so I highly doubt a lot of you are playing this, but this is out of 434 people, so this is a relatively small contest. If you guys look down here, 50K to first, the entry fee is $18, and 16.3K people are playing. Personally, without getting into too much strategy, I always look for smaller GPPs, especially if you're a new player. But if we flip over to the cash games here, let's go ahead and sort by entries. These are double ups, so $2 will always win $4 at the end of the day. The top 50%, about 550 or so people will cash in this contest, but you have to place in the top 50%. If you're number 1, you're not rewarded for it. But those are the differences here. So on the left side, you'll see GPPs right here, tournaments. You'll see 50-50s and double ups, and you can easily decipher between them. But that's it, guys. That will wrap up my video. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do hit that subscription button, notification bell, and of course, smash that like button for all of our future content. With all that being said, have a great rest of your day, and let's cash.